believe that America can be beautiful. How can America be made beautiful? Now, family, listen. My brother Imam Wadakuddin and I have had disagreement, but his followers and mine have never given each other as much as a bloody nose. Because in spite of our differences, there's a deep love in us. We don't like the things about our nation that is not good, but I don't want to live anywhere else. I want America to be made right. I don't want to see America go the way of Rome and Babylon and Sodom and Gomorrah. But why won't she go that way if the men of religion and the women of religion keep silent?
Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters.
I believe that America can be beautiful. How can America be made beautiful?
Okay, brothers and sisters, do you hear that? Our nation. Now, he's probably say represent the Nation of Islam, but he said, no, he called America our nation. That tells you everything you know right there, because he's representing America. Why? Plus, Elijah's mission, and it tells you clearly, his mission was to turn the hearts of us back to our people. Turn us back to our people. Farrakhan wants you to turn your hearts back here to the devils, to America. He wants to stay here in America. He wants to keep your hearts back to America. Elijah Muhammad spent 40-some years that you turn your hearts back to your people. That's what it says in Malachi. Farrakhan says no. He wants you to stay here. Turn your hearts back. Keep your hearts here. He wants to hear the devils. Why? Because he's one of them. How's the devil? He said he don't want to go. He don't want to go back to our people. He wants to hear with the devils. He don't want anything to happen to the devils. He's praying for their deliverance, which is totally against Mass Promise. Mass Promise teaching says they're totally wicked and they must be removed. They cannot obey the laws of Islam. That's what Mass Promise said, but Farrakhan said no. Elijah Muhammad said we're fools to stay here in our land, our prison. He said no. He's counted. That's their basic message, brothers and sisters. He said no. I don't want to go back over there. I want to stay here with my people. Why would he want to stay here? Why do he want America to be healed? After all they've done, raped us, beat us, killed our grandparents, raped them, pissed on them, forced me shit for hundreds of years. See, it's clear who he is. But see, a wolf may put on sheep clothing, but he's still going to sound like a wolf. He can't change his voice. See? He sounds like a devil. Oh, it doesn't happen to America. I don't want to go anyplace else. Why I want to go back to Africa? What are we there for? But God said, if we don't turn our hearts back to our people, he's going to smite America with a curse. Well, there you have it, brothers and sisters. So I'm going to move on. Now, that's how he feels about America. Let's see how he feels about you. People he got rich off who made him a multimillionaire. Him and his son is stand next to him, who made them both multimillionaires, yet they have no business, but yet they're multimillionaires. Wear expensive suits, $100, expensive rings, thousands of dollars, live in luxury. How are you doing? He hasn't produced anything. Nothing. 140 some years. Put him in his pocket. So let's see how you feel about you. And we know how you feel about white folks. They ain't devils anymore, right? Because you don't want to call them devils anymore either. Let's see how he feels about you. And again, that's his father. I mean, you don't see the resemblance. It'd be twins. That's his father there. You have to take my word for it. Google it. Do WikiLeaks, what they call it. Right? That's his father. And his ethnicity is he's a white Caucasian Portuguese. He's not light-skinned Jamaican. See, same hair, same look. Look, that's his daddy. So you know what your father is. So he's not a seed of Abraham. So the covenant doesn't apply to him. First for Clark. Let's move on, brothers and sisters. See how he thinks about you.
When the Muslims were alive, I'll say it again. When the Muslims were alive, you dead as hell now on both sides.
Yes, sir, brother minister. Yes, we are. Yes, sir. That's real, brother minister.
Both sides.
Wake us up, dear Apostle.
When we was alive, we set up schools.
That's right.
When we were alive, we had supermarkets.
That's right.
We owned buildings. We owned farmland. We were busy doing something, hiring our people. Well, I'm telling the Muslims, damn it, if you don't come alive, you will die like you are. And I will say, thank you, Allah, because if they're not doing nothing on top of the earth, let the worms eat their ass.
He's praying Allah that the worms eat your ass. That's what he thinks about you, the one that made a multimillionaire. Okay? Putting steaks on his plate, living in luxury, many mansions, expensive cars, expensive clothes, expensive jewelry. Right? Male and female, both sides. That's what he thinks about you. He's been living off you. He hasn't produced nothing. Okay? I'm move on quickly, brother, because I have something I want to get to. Right? But the thing is that two things you don't mention. You don't mention that when Musa was alive, what's the question is, who killed him? You did. I was the president, him and Wallace destroyed the Nation of Islam, got rid of it. When I say got rid of it, they got rid of the name and everything. They saw some Balalians. He was totally against his father, 100% Wallace. Him and Farrakhan took together. They took all the assets. They took and liquidated it, put that money in their pockets, and took off. That bleeds with nothing. Tell me I'm lying, Farrakhan. That's why they don't take that $5,000 charge, because that they have to prove I'm lying. And they have come to me all kinds of ways. They don't like me. Well, I don't speak my Farrakhan, but not one of them has called me a liar yet. Because if they call me a liar, then show me. If you can call me a liar, no. You got to show proof. And if you show proof, you get the $5,000. It's a win-win situation. Okay? So they killed it. And then he says, well, when we were alive, we had those things. Yes, we had a leader. Because we worked hard and gave Elijah Muhammad a hard-earned money, right? He took and invested in banks, in clothing stores, in supermarkets, in farmland, in housing. That's what he did. So he didn't put it in his pocket, he invested, and we worked hard, and I worked the hardest I've worked in my life because I was benefiting from it. I printed Palmer Street newspaper. I was a foreman, right? Night foreman. I live in a Messrs. Housing complex, right? I had finance my car through the Nations Bank. I bought my groceries to his Nations supermarket. See, so I have, so I saw the benefit. So he put the money, he invested it, and when he left here, he did not leave here any money. That's one of Elijah's Children got angry because they figured, hey, they're going to inherit. It wasn't theirs. It belonged to believers, and that's who he left in the name of the believers. And they went to court and convinced the judge that no, that money belongs to their father. They took that money and left us with nothing. Everything was gone. Everything, the housing, the banks, all of it. They took the money and took off. That's what they did. I was there. And then they bad Elijah Muhammad and Master Muhammad on the way out the door. On the way out the door, they bad mouthed both of them. Yeah. Farrakhan, yeah, he put the money in his pocket. That's why he's cursed with a curse. Said, who's robbing the nation? And they ask you, who's robbing the nation? They have this, who is that person talking about Malachi? They said, someone is robbing the nation. So was it Elijah? Was it Master Muhammad? So who's robbing the nation? It wasn't Elijah Muhammad. Who could be robbing the nation? Have somebody in the nation rob it, right? So that's Farrakhan. He's the one cursed with a curse. He's the one walking around pissing and shitting in a bag. Can't wipe his own ass at this point. Move on, brothers and sisters. The mouth would make war with the saints and overcome them. 42 years.
$5,000. Cash payment to anyone who can prove that what lying son of a devil Farrakhan is preaching is consistent with the lessons, supreme wisdom, of Master Fard Muhammad Elijah Muhammad's representation of his teacher Master Fard's teachings.
Can't, brothers and sisters, that's why they don't. I'll move on, brothers and sisters. But they get angry. Why you saying bad things about Farrakhan? We should be civil. We shouldn't say bad things about each other and all that kind of stuff, right? First of all, he's not my brother. He ain't no kin to me at all. But why do that? They don't say I'm lying. If they don't like I'm saying, just show me lying and shut me up. They can't. That's what's bugging them. Because they can't find anything they can say that's a lie. That's bugging them. They latching on to Farrakhan because they're on the same wavelength and frequency, and so that's what's happening. He got them. Good. Hold on to him, Farrakhan. Anyway, this is Sulaiman Rahim here. Mention the covenant, break of 7 seals. Break of the covenant, excuse me. Break of 7 seals. Mention of the covenant. Got a very, very special presentation here today, brothers and sisters. Very special one. You see in a minute. Mention of the covenant. Now, I'll bring you up to speed. What I'm going to talk about is it's very relevant. Everything is relevant, but it's very timely. Because it's something you're going to see in a few more Oh, no, I hate to even hesitate to even say days. I'm thinking in terms of hours, minutes, right? It said occur water in heaven. Now, these fools out there, they don't know what this means. That's what that means. Michael's angel, they don't even know who Michael is. Michael's Master Prophet Muhammad. This war would take place. Okay? But it's already started. It started in June. And then there'd be a period of silence, about 6 months, which has occurred. It happened exactly like it says. And then after that, also the war started back up again. It was just a pause. It wasn't a ceasefire, it was a pause. Okay? That's where we are right now. We in it, and we had approximately 6 months. So now it's resuming. I'm going to show you how it's going to resume. And here it is, June. The war started. They attacked. The war, as a result of abomination of desolation. It's been going on approximately 2 years, I guess, before that. There's something else they don't talk about either. Abomination of desolation. That's a sign. I saw somebody there mention it. Oh, man, I'm just with Jesus. Okay. I mean, they tell you. He said that's a sign for you. Abomination of desolation. But they don't teach it. They used to teach it. Abomination of desolation. They used to teach it. Van Impe and this guy, well, tomorrow, all that kind of stuff. Teach it. But they had a reverse. See, that's that so-called rapture theory. The reverse. In other words, there's somebody who put genocide on the false Israel or Middle East or in Jerusalem. And now it's the other way around. They shut up. They say, hey, that wasn't supposed to be that way. That means false Israel is the one that's going to be destroyed. But said when you see Jerusalem summer armies, death destruction is near. So that's not the way. But if that's right, then that means we got things backwards. That means those who bless Israel will be blessed, those who curse it, but we're blessing the wrong one because they're about to be destroyed. They can't be a seed of Abraham because once they return, it says they're going to be destroyed. Because we had the other way around. We had the Arabs going to be destroyed for killing the Jews. But it's the other way around. That means they wrong. So that means they're not true seed of Abraham. So that means who is? Well, why was they put up? They was put up to deceive us, distract us from realizing that we're true seed of Abraham. So, them niggas ain't really not true seed of Abraham. We've been cursing them. I will curse those who curse Israel and bless. We've been blessing the wrong ones. But it's too late now. I'm going to leave that alone, brothers and sisters, but so much I could talk, I guess, so much. It's remarkable. I mean, the angel. It's like a whole arsenal of superatomic atom bombs. I'm the only one out here using them. It's remarkable. That's where it is. That's where it would be. Say, walk alone. Couldn't get the Levites to do anything. Right? See, so if you put this together, you got to connect these dots. That's one of the part of the angels that most people, I don't think even the ones that claim they familiar with, have some familiarity with them, they don't still understand. Connect these dots. See, I'm going to do a little bit tonight. Right? Let's see, June, and then probably 7 months after that, right? July, August, September, October, November, December. Bam. Now they're talking about war again. They stopped talking about it. It was all over. Trump said, I destroyed their uranium, all we know. And it was quiet until end of December, and they attacked again. Right? That was attack. The UN called it act of war. That was attack. They came and tried to stabilize the country. Yeah, my agents in there causing all kinds of havoc and killing people and killing police officers. Anyway, and so, but the thing is, Iran was able to block that punch, and so now they position themselves for a bigger punch. See, the two people are fighting, and devils throw a punch. Iran blocked it. So now they position themselves, bob and weave or shift or whatever, through a bigger punch. That's where we are right now. And that punch is on the way. Come on, brothers and sisters. And when that happens, all hell breaks loose. You've never seen before. Time of unprecedented trouble. And let me go over this quickly. Here. This is all belong to us. We're down here with nothing. But they got us. They got rich off of us. You know what I'm saying? By mercy, all nations be blessed. How do they get rich? They get rich by claiming they Israel. Everybody's helping them, just backing them up and everything else. It was a false claim. They got rich off our labor. They're getting rich off our land. They're getting rich off our economy. And this clown here is getting rich of not destroying our vision, living off us. Living off us. Plus, he has stolen our image. The image and identity are two different things, brothers and sisters. Because he has an image because a black face. So they say all black. Everybody got black face is black. They might be black, but that means the same people. You wouldn't call the Somalis and the Indians same people. No, they're different people. They may look similar, but they're different people. Ethiopians, but they're different people. Not that different, but they are different. Okay? We got our image. And so, let me I always have to speak to this, but since I don't see. They have to keep us deceived. And one of the biggest deceptions is our closed enemy, hidden enemy. That's the demons, because they look like us. See, you got sheep and you got wolves in sheep clothing. And so they see the sheep, they can't distinguish, say, yeah. But then they see, they have two different natures. Because the sheep, I guess they like grass, whatever. Wolves, they like sheep. The wolf, they see man, they see a man mutton, man. They see steaks when they see a sheep. No sheep should know the sheep. Say, hey man, I see brotherhood or maybe another baby sheep or something. Wolves, that's what he sees. And every now and then they catch a wolf. The sheep missing, and the wolf got blood coming down. Hey, what's happening? I don't know, man. Because he want to keep so. He has the sheep image, not the nature. So we have them plaguing our community with their gangs, their drugs, their whole prostitution. Like I said, that's the demons doing that stuff. Farrakhan, he's a con man. Farrakhan. He ain't produced a damn thing, but he's a multi-millionaire. And his son's a multi-millionaire. But he been giving them money, and he hasn't invested. He hasn't produced a damn thing. He put in his pocket. Muhammad invested in us, he put in his pocket. See? And so when you go back in the early part of the last century, right, when they had for entertainment, they would take, like you heard Al Jolson, he was a Jew, made meme docs. It was using our image. But they come in and they'll put black face on, that was our image. And then they act a certain kind of way, and everybody was laughing because they say, that's the way niggas act. Okay? So and once they had TV, they said, okay, maybe that's not gonna work too well, right? Amos and Andy started out like two white boys. Okay? So the thing is that they said, okay, they stopped using the black face because they got the real thing. They got the niggas. See? The demons. They could hear natural black face. And have them in the movies and all these places acting. That ain't us. That's not me. The closest we ever came to seeing an original person on TV, they had Malcolm X, who was Elijah. And they never let that happen again. Now you get Snipes, Michael, whatever his name is, and Kevin Hart. All those clowns. See, that, I don't act like that, and I don't know any original people act like that. First original person I ever met was Elijah Muhammad anyway. And everybody else, I said, what's wrong with these people? That I was any better. I knew something was wrong. Okay? So, what you see on TV is the niggas they made us into. That they mock and laugh at. They say, that's not us. You take a lion, you tame up. They laugh at the lion. That's what you're seeing is not a lion. You see a tame lion. That's not the way lions act. If you're fool enough, you might think, hey, that's the way lions act. You go out in the jungle, you get yourself ate, because that's not the way lions act. So when you see us, we're put here, and every action has an opposite equal reaction. So we're the reaction of being under their rule. So when you see niggas, you see what they produce, that means they're the niggas. They look at the manufacturer, not the product. So if they was angels, they would have produced angels. They niggas, they produce niggas. They used to tell them, oh, see, women walk around naked. You ever seen that women lately? You know, they usually had to go to the gym and go to the gym. They were out on the street with their panties on. They're so tight, all crack up in the ass and all on there. And they don't say anything there but it. And walking a damn dog, picking up dog shit. You that's us? I did with the damn panties on. They wear more clothes to bed than they do out in the streets. As we go to the gym, when you go to the gym, they bend over, man, ooh, watch out. I mean, why they got to have all the crack of their ass? But they say that was us. See them niggas out in Africa. That's them. That's them. Okay? That's cute. See? Naked as hell. They're in their panties. You want to tell me they wear more than that at home? They didn't walk around with a damn dog. Someone got 2 or 3 dogs. Picking up dog shit. You don't see anything wrong with that? Anyway, this situation, brothers and sisters, we have nothing, and they have everything. Yet, the lesson says, maker, owner, cream of the planet Earth, God of the universe. That means everything in earth, on earth, under earth belongs to us. That means all this is our stuff. But how they took us, they took our identity, they got our land, they got economy, and he's destroyed our vision because we ain't going nowhere. That's the vision. That's reward for us. He says we went through 400 years, wasn't a sacrifice. It wasn't obedience to Allah. No, it was wicked, we were punished. So we don't deserve to get a reward because the vision of return home is a reward. Right? It's the path to the reward. A vision leads you someplace. We said we ain't going anywhere, so he snatched it away. So you don't get a reward because you sinful, you're wicked. And then so-called me and man farce. Understand that, brothers and sisters. They keep celebrating that me and man farce. And they got a stereotype of blacks. I hate to use that black for blacks as a generic term. I am black, right? But I'm original. Jack Master Muhammad, he's white, but he's original. It's not the skin color. It's your nature. So they got stereotypes because they created niggas and nigger butts. That's what they are. And then they stereotype, laugh at you. Look at niggas walk around. Was he shitting everything else? 400 years. When I was to think anything anyway, the bottom line is, so everybody, the whole world got this stereotype. See the movies? On the movies, you're stupid, you're pimp, you're a hoe, right? And so forth, so on. That's the stereotype. And then the whole world, that's when nobody wants you around. Even Africa don't want you over there. That's stereotype, right? Okay, it's a lie. The stereotype does apply to them. They're the house niggas, because they're devil's children. It does apply to them. That doesn't apply to us. But the whole idea is to make us, people think us that we're fools, dumb, hoes, pimps, punks, drug dealers. That ain't us. But that's the image the whole world thinks of us because they create an image. You understand? And we didn't create an image because they have people that look like us in a blackface and they play those parts. So to add insult to injury, he says, they get a million man to get him. That wasn't his call because nothing happened on the second one because he took credit for something that wasn't his. He's a goddamn liar. 99.9% of people there had nothing, no connection with Farrakhan. They were there because of preachers. And they left Farrakhan. When Farrakhan left, that was it. He never saw him anymore. And in fact, you go to his temples or his so-called mosque on Sundays, nobody's there. The place is damn near empty. Yet, oh, Farrakhan's the man. Yeah, okay, whatever. But the bottom line is that now the whole world sees you as stupid, ignorant, dumb, all you want to do is sports, you little monkeys. That's what the world sees us, right? So he comes to Million Man March. He says, Mr. Holy, I'm the Holy Pop. He got you to raise your hand and bear witness. That's who you are. What the world thinks you are. You said, no? Okay, if you say, I'm not going to steal anymore, what did you just say? I'm a thief. And you're still a thief because you say you're going to stop doing it. So I'm not going to be a pimp anymore. I'm not, I'm not going to do it. See, so here's had you raise your hand and bear witness to the whole world that you exactly what they said you are, stereotypes. Got a little, okay, hold on, bro. I got a little problem here. I gotta get to my main subject because I don't tend to be here. They got you raise your hand, bear witness. That was the stereotype they said about you is really who you really are. You're a pimp, you're stupid, you're dumb. There you go. And you say, me, and they keep celebrating the Million Man March. That's a Million Man farce. But now you bear witness to the whole world, yeah. What they say, yeah, they say, tell you, niggas, or what you want to do. What they saying right there, yeah, we are niggas. We've been niggas. Well, sisters. Okay, I'm going to get right to my main subject, brothers and sisters here. Okay, before I do that, see here? Now, we will separate ourselves, return to own. Remember, that's what Elijah Ho's message. This was on every FOI meeting we had on Saturday mornings. I don't know if it was an NGT class, but definitely, I'm not an MGT, right? But that was it, and it's clear enough. Brock said we're not going nowhere. That's Elijah's base message. So how in the world does he represent Elijah? Elijah's base message was we was going to go home. That's his base message. We're going to turn to our own. The devils are white Caucasian are devils. And we're the original. Make on the Queen planet Earth that we're going to turn home. Matter is our God. That's the core message. Everything else is built on that. And Farrakhan just turned, no, we ain't going nowhere. You're wicked, you're sinful. Okay. Move on, brothers and sisters. Okay, I'm not going to talk about the love of money. I'm going to get to my main subject here. Now pay close attention to this, brothers and sisters. See if I got the right one here. Yeah, here you go. Close attention. Okay. Now, see, my mission is to break the seals that I've done. Also to protect the message. That's something I'm very careful about. I've had problems in the past. That's how somebody tried to convince me to just lay all the Injil out in a book. I did that. They could run around saying they broke the seals, and then there'd be confusion. That's the credentials of Son of Man. That he's the only one to break that seal, not even a God. So you couldn't confuse him with anybody. He said, no one in heavens or earth or under earth. So that's what's conventional. So the only one to do that, that's how you know who Son of Man is, the true Son of Man. Because the Lamb, he's the only one who can break it. If I go out there and did like they try to trick me into doing, right? Then they say, hey, man, see, I broke it. And they got all the information, so I can prove that they didn't. And so I have to protect it. I have several ways to protect it. I will put little trip mines and stuff in like, and I've done little things, right? But I'm not putting it all out like they want me to do it. See? So here's one right now. This, like I said, I get closer in, get simpler and simpler. I don't think I make it any simpler than this, bro. So maybe I can. Right? But just pay close attention. See, now, if you have, first of all, only people that's somewhat familiar with Injil will have any understand what I'm talking about. If you don't, then you won't have any understand what I'm talking about. None, zero. So you have to keep this in mind. And it's going to come to you when you go to the tribulation, because you're going to tribulation now, whether you survive or not, that's on you. Master Farad's wrath. Okay, now here's the angel key. Pay close attention here. Connect the dots. Here's what the key looks like. So if I go and try to explain all these brothers and sisters, like I said, I'm not going to give you a ninja lesson. Most of this is for, because we're so close, something you use when you go through tribulation. We all know the fifth seal. The fifth seal is the first seal to be opened. I'm not going to explain that. I explained in the previous presentation. Anyway, so here they're praying to the God. These are Shia, right? And they're praying to the God, right? When are you going to do something? We're going to take vengeance. That's Master Muhammad. He said 12th Imam. They may not know it, but they're going to know it soon. They may know it now. They're going to know it soon. You're going to see what I'm talking about in a minute, right? So he says, no, you got it. They took you down. So I ain't gonna do anything to take your fellows, brother, that's Syria down. Once take them down, then I'm gonna go on the war path. Then I'm going to war path then. That's what's saying here, right? Okay. So I'm not going into detail. That's the fifth seal. The fifth seal, see, the seals are also trumpets. The fifth trumpet sounds first. And then the sixth one, which released the first four. That's the pattern. That's what Andrew you had to analyze these. Yeah, when I first got into it, I didn't realize these patterns, so we had little issues. But then they got to follow those patterns. Okay. So, it was given in white robe. Let me back up here. I'm not going to take a long time. See here now, I got these flags on here, but actually these are white. The earth represents all white, but I got these flags show who they are. So when we say give them white robes, that means they move up to here. See, they are white. I'll put a flag on them, but all these represents white, like all these represents red, all these represents brown. But the top one of each one of these represents gold. I'm just showing this one as being gold. Otherwise, you had the lion, he was red. You had the calf, he was brown. You had that was yellow. This was white. And then elect was, the spirits was gold. That's no story. But the reason I'm doing is just show this one, because this represents the calf. And the top part of the top two wings of the calf is the golden part. It's the Islamic part, right? So the golden calf is Sunnism. So you need an angel key for that. Quran doesn't even explain it. But anyway, move on. Anyway, so he says, okay. They told him, we put white robes. So I'm saying, this white robes, this was this. Just move up, see? Okay. So I'm not going to explain that. Gets the JCPOA and all kinds of stuff. I'm giving you a short version, brothers and sisters. Right? Be all night trying to speak. Oh, I ain't going to try to teach angel. Anyway, so giving them white robe. So it's telling this situation. This how the key is progressing. This seal. And then they were told to be I told him rest up, right? So be a silence for about half an hour. It's about 7 months. See? Because the white rose mean the war started. I should mention that, right? Okay. Then there's a silence for about 7 months, half an hour, which is half an hour is about a year, right? So here it is, and now so June to that puts you in January, well, January, February, and then because if you go there, the silence. If you look at the seals, the first seal somebody says something, the second seal, third seal. But the fifth seal, no one says anything. That's what it sounds during that period of time. Right? Anyway. So open up the sixth seal, now after sound, that's when the sixth seal open, because the fifth seal is quiet. The sixth seal, that's open. So here's sounds over, then six yeah, the first four seals, now the first seal is released by the sixth seal. The fifth seal is quiet, that's silent. Look at the seals. You see, nobody says something on the fifth seal. That's the silence. The sixth seal, sounds breaking. That's when it all kicks off. So here's six. Then you see right away. We open it, and then okay. It's a little confusing. Remember, I said six. Open up, release the first four. Right. Oh. I don't know if I just okay. You see here. See, it says in verse 8, I saw look horse greenish yellow setting upon the top. But at that's when they make a statement right here. It says, and was given them authority upon the fourth of the earth to kill long sword, famine, death, and wild beasts. So that's the four. He released the four. That's why I put that there. So it's kind of complicated, but like I said, I'm not trying to explain it. But the earth, right? If you go back here again, previous. Okay, see, this well, let me move this out the way. I'm gonna have to move on, bro. I'm sure I'm not going to be. Like I said, I don't think about it. See, here's the earth. This represents mid-heaven, but this represents earth. So it's four parts to it. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this says this is going to happen to 1/4 of the earth. That means one of these. But if you understand, Angel keep talking about this going to happen to America. We'll move on. Okay. So it's and occurred war in heaven. And so it opened up the sixth seal, shaking the great occurred. That's the war. Right? That's the war, shaking great. Right? And then it says, occurred war in heaven, and that talks about the war in heaven in chapter 12. Right? And that's Master Muhammad. I'm showing the six seals been open right now. This situation is when six seals open. Right? They're in conflict with it. They're in conflict with American Britain, but they haven't. It's not direct fight because let me move on. I debated but anyway, let me spoil. And then it says, see here, and then that's the it says open up the first, the sixth seal, right? And I'm showing here we opened up the Lamb 1 out of seven seals. So the first seal. The sixth seal opens up the first four. So now the first seal is opening up. Sixth seal opens up the first four. Right? So that's what right here. So it says, open up the Lamb 1 out of, and I heard a voice out of fourth living saying, voice of thunder in heaven. I saw a white horse. See, that's a white horse. Right? So somebody's been riding this white horse. Okay? But this would happen, right? When you open up the seal of six, shaking great, and then our sun became black as sackcloth of hair in his blood. Like I said, you're not going to understand this, but the point is, this happens, right, while back up here. After so many years, I thought maybe somebody would be on the right page. They could understand this, but I don't think so. Anyway, so I can explain this a little better here. Always, when you open up the sixth seal, right? It says, open up seal 6, shaking great occurred. So it's shaking, that's the war. And then it says, and occurred, the sun became black. This is the sun became black. That means, because the NOI represents the black horse. Suleiman comes there. But see, and this goes down here. This all happened at the same time. This was about to happen in a minute, right? Because it says this is the way it has to be. Okay, hold on. Okay. So when all this happens, then that's when Master Muhammad rides. He's going to ride that white horse. But it says, previous, it said the ones riding had to have a bow and a crown. But this is still going on. Right? See? You understand? So that's Muhammad. He's going to war now. So what you're going to see is you're going to see the only way I can really explain, you need to have people that understand how Siddiqui works. It's kind of, I know I'm preaching to the tribulation, so I just keep on going. The thing is I missed something here. Okay, so that's what's about. It says at the same time, Master Muhammad moves, go to war. When the war resumes, it's resumed already, but now Master Muhammad is going to be made manifest. At the same time, that's when Suleiman takes over the NOI. Both happen simultaneously. I would say, all these things happen at the same time. It says, sun became black as sackcloth hair, and right. I don't have a quote here, so I miss part of the quote here. Anyway, and then all this is happening right here, right? And so the war. Remember, they actually something went wrong here. Anyway. Let me back up this here. See, remember it was, but now they have war with each other. They're covering these. Okay? All this going to happen at the same time. Okay? What's going on? Now, this reign here represents Egypt. They're going to betray false Israel. And I don't know, brothers and sisters, because so much. I knew I couldn't do this. Because this is the part where slingshot. Let me move on. And they kicked out. For war in heaven, they was thrown out. They was thrown out, Middle East. Right? Kicked out. So they have power in the Middle East now. Right? Under leadership of Master Muhammad, Michael and his angels. Right? At that time, Suleiman comes in, actually come to him. So he's the Ancient of Days. Then have control over the NOI. And then that's what it says. And the sun became black. Okay, here it is. I didn't show the whole thing. Sun became black, a sackcloth of hair, moon became his blood. You understand? You keep for that. And stars of heaven fell to earth as, these were simultaneously as. So here's a fig tree. This false Israel called a fig tree. So that's when they attack us. See? And while they're attacking us, stars are falling. That's the fire right here. Okay. Okay. Now this is the part that's going. Somebody might be familiar with the angel. This part going to make their day. Okay. So then, if they understand any of it, then this happens. Because it says, and heaven was separated. I will tell people study and pay attention. So heaven was separated like a book. But how is separated? See, because the seal angel key has like the demons come here, everybody come together here. No, they don't. That don't happen. Because when this happens, that's why I said heaven is separated. How do heaven? Because this represents heaven here. Up here, remember, it says the heavens now, the new heavens, right? So separated. That means at the same time, the elect and the Suleiman the Shia don't come here. That means this is the same time that Muhammad took them over there. But now they're over there now. When they attack here, that's when they're delivered. So they're not hit with the fire. When NY is the Levites, so they delivered. They're in the Middle East now, right? And then what happens? And see, that's what it means heaven separated. I'm just following 6 seal. Now it's separated because all the heavens up here now. Remember, this represents the heavens. So that's why it's separated from this now, because they was mixed in with this. Now it's separated. That's what it means here, right? Okay. And then, right? And then, this happens here, where it's talking about this is the fourth. This should be the third seal here. Yeah, the black horse, third seal. The third horse, right? So remember, it was 3 for 1, 3 for 1. Well, there it is. Here's 3 here, and the 1's on the air, right? So they don't get back. They don't get back in heaven. They're here, and now they're attacking. Let's move on, Luke. That's what it says. Heaven separated, right, and the mountains, everything, and then the kings of earth. They're saying, and they're all afraid. They said, "When the rocks to fall on them, hide it from the face." But see, right now, that's a demon war they're fighting here. And remember, I said the fourth said they were killed by the four, take peace from the earth, and they kill with the fourth sword. That's what's talking about right here. So at this point, right, this is demon war. They call it locust war. Now, they escape. 5 months they escape. Right? They're here. They're fighting. No, they got mastery over America, right? And then what happens? Remember, this represents the goat here. Well, I forgot. There's another piece here. This is where they actually get everybody's fighting. Total chaos here. Demons fighting, right? The fire. They hit with fire. All of it. That's why it says everybody's hiding under. Right? And then a war with Russia and Europe. Then boom, there's a goat comes wipe them all out. So, like I said, I'm not doing this because I'm trying to get anybody to see it, because I know they're not going to see it. I'm putting this in a way that they'll be able to see us during tribulation, because this is, once you get the angel, then you understand this. I know none of you understand it. And I'm just giving you the short version. But the point I'm trying to tell you right now is, this is what you want to see. See, you want, put it this way. If you had any familiarity with this, in a minute, you're going to see this clearly, because that's exactly what you're going to see happening. Because it don't make sense to you now. They'll say, hey, he said, Let me go over it quickly, right? What time is it? Okay. Master Muhammad will be revealed any minute now. It says they're going to, see, you think they're waiting for America to attack them? And Paul says, no, they're going to attack. They're going to attack. It'll be preemptive attack. I think I can say it now. I wouldn't say it for years, right? But I can say it now. Because now they're nervous over there. Going back, well, we should. No. Preemptive attack, you're going to see it any minute now. I mean, soon. Most definitely this month, for sure. But I would go far as say this week. Or almost could say it in 24 hours. Anyway, that's what you're going to see. But Master Muhammad would make himself known to the Shia. Make himself known to them. That's what it said. He's riding that white horse. And they're with him. He'll make himself known. Okay? And at the same time, right? I mean, the war is going on. The attack. Once they attack. And that's why I say people, because when they see this is going to tip that, just going to tip the, as far as the NOI concerned, this is going to break the ice, put it like that. But then they're going to realize suddenly, and this is the truth. I'm not going, they're coming to me. So there's two things happening. As soon as he does that, boom, they go, oh man, we're going to get around. Okay? So both things happen. Then, they're defeated. American Britain is defeated, kicked out of the Middle East. The House of Saud run for their lives, run to India. Right? So they would have control of the Middle East. As far as Israel would be under siege. There'd be cannibalism. They would have any. What's they doing to so-called doing over there right now? What's what happened to them? They're doing the Gazans and Palestinians. What happened to them? Spades. That's what you're gonna see. Right? At the same time, right? That's when they're gonna attack. They kicked out. They're gonna attack. They're gonna be at war in Europe, and they're gonna attack black folks here. All black folks here. There's a lot more detail there. I'm just giving you highlights. They're going to attack. Okay. So we're talking about flee. See, I can speak for hours talking about the flee, all that kind of stuff. It's all in there. Anyway, that's what's going to happen. When that happens, right, at that time, Suleiman's out of here and elect. The Nation of Islam, right, is left behind. They got to go to tribulation. Right? But they're separated. The demons are separated out. Separated, two separate from each other. Okay? That's what you're going to see. So I'm going to leave it there, brothers and sisters. You think after, well, I'll leave it there. That you're going to see in a minute. So. And maybe you might come back and consult this. That's you're going to see in a minute. That's how he's going to make it. So I said the other day, his wife said he's going to make himself known to his Shia people, followers, Shia army. They want to be brothers and sisters. Yeah. There's no point in talking about it anymore because you not understand what I'm talking about anyway. So, but I have to put it out there. I know you will understand it soon because once it hit, then you start making sense to you. I don't put it out there. I'll be like Farrakhan, watch the weather, and then after it happens, and he knows all about it. So the bottom line is all you need to know right now is in a minute. Iran It's going to preemptive attack on America, as far as Israel, and Gog Magog, Britain. They're going to do it. And that's going to happen soon. They're not wait for them to hit them. They're going to make them move. Come out like a whirlwind. They're going to knock out their posts, right? They're going to knock out their ships in the sea. They're going to knock out false Israel. They're going to send America, Britain, fleeing to Europe. That's the bottom line. What you're going to see in a minute. Let me say it again. I'm going to close. That's the bottom line you're going to see. In a minute, you're going to see, boom, we're going to blow up. Iran. Now, whether you see mass from in the background or not, that's another question altogether. But they ain't going to tell you that part. But he'd be the reason why they won't be able to use nuclear weapons, because that's one of the things they plan on doing. Because there's no way they can take it down Iran without nuclear weapons. That's what they plan on doing. That's why I'm talking about. I don't believe in international law and stuff. But he's not going to be able to do it. He's going to stop it. Anyway, they'll move first, right? And they're going to take out. It's going to come like a whirlwind. It'll hit them like a storm. Knock out all their bases in the Middle East. You know, all of them. They'll knock out House Assad. Right? They're going to send them running. They're the dragon. They're the jinn. They're running. False Israel's going to be surrounded. And it's cut in the season. They're going to be able to escape. They're cut off. And they're going to turn to cannibalism. American Britain flee under fire. And a lot of them it's going to be a bloodbath. But a lot of them not going to make it. They're going to six their carriers. 5,000 people on them. It's going to be a disaster like you've never seen. They're going to run Europe. When they run Europe, they're going to be a war in Europe. Europeans are going to turn on America. And they're going to be fighting. They're going to fight. America will be fighting the Europeans and Russia. Because all their bases are going to be under attack. That's Armageddon. That's Armageddon in Europe. Right? Okay, you got that? Then the Shia has total control of the Middle East. That's why Muhammad's, he's leading them. Now, I'm pretty sure that you might not recognize what they're going to be, what they're going to call him. It's a mystery man or something. His new man, whatever. He's going to be leading it. He's going to be leading them. That's why I'm going to be leading them. See? When that happens, false Israel is compromised. It's about to go down. They're going to realize that false vision is taken away. True vision. That we're true to Abraham. Farrakhan's gone. They're going to take him down. His own people will take him down. Take him down. They're coming to me. So I'm going to give them all the information they need to go to tribulation. School them on the angel. And we total turmoil here. They're going to attack us. But these black folks started coming together, they're going to attack. So they got Armageddon over there, and they're going to be total turmoil over here in America. They're going to attack. So I'm going to leave it there, brothers and sisters. But when that happened, that's what says Michael, at the time, he'd be delivered, him and everyone in his land, his book. There'll be two groups left behind. So again, what you're going to see is a few more days, maybe a few more hours, Iran is going to preemptive attack. And it's going to be like a whirlwind, like you can imagine. Missiles flying over the place. They're not going to be able to retaliate with nuclear weapons. See, in the Air Force, you're going to find, you know the story. We have the Air Force, American Air Force, British, and Israel just disappeared. Mass Muhammad takes it out. That's what you're going to see. Clearly, a few more days. And that's what's going to convince the people that's hanging on the fence over there. You know why? They get it. Farrakhan's gone. Get that much, that's what you're going to see soon. Olivier Brown says, Assalamu alaikum. Well, this is the goat. After America goes down, then China, this was the flood, right? That's what I'm talking about Daniel. Daniel's representation of it. Demons took control of America. They couldn't wipe out the demons, everybody else. But we left. We out here. Yeah. Take them out, and we out here. And we make it back to at least Shia. Not Shia, but Sunni, excuse me. The Levites. You know why? And then they take out the jinn, take our land back. Up bath. And because I'm running. Sit, bro, says, Assalamu alaikum.